In this episode of Surprising Players in Fantasy Hockey, I will be talking about James Reimer and Michal Neuvirth. At the beginning of the season, both goalies were expected to be the backup goalie for their respective teams. However, as the season progressed, they gradually became the better goalie of the tandem for their respective teams. Michal Neuvirth was supposed to be the backup goalie to Steve Mason in Philadelphia, so obviously his fantasy value wasn't going to be very high. He was ranked 366th overall, which means he was likely a free agent pickup. At the beginning of the season, Steve Mason struggled, and it was actually Michal Neuvirth that got the bulk of the action. Not only was Michal Neuvirth getting the majority of the starts, he was actually one of the best goaltenders statistically in the first half of the season. At the end of the season, Michal Neuvirth is owned in 30% of Yahoo leagues and is ranked 102nd overall. James Reimer started off the season as the backup to Jonathan Bernier in Toronto, so obviously his fantasy value wasn't gonna be very high. He was ranked 301st overall in Yahoo Fantasy Hockey and wasn't likely picked in the draft, or if he was picked very late. As the season progressed, James Reimer eventually became the #1 goaltender for the Toronto Maple Leafs. He actually played so well for the Leafs, he single-handedly won them some games. At the trade deadline, James Reimer was dealt to the San Jose Sharks, where he became a part of a tandem with Martin Jones. After the trade to the San Jose Sharks, James Reimer picked up 6 wins in 8 starts, posting a 1.62 GAA, a .938 save percentage, and 3 shutouts. At the end of the season, James Reimer was owned in 39% of Yahoo Fantasy Hockey leagues and was ranked 107th overall. James Reimer and Michal Neuvirth were both backup goaltenders at the beginning of the season, but due to the subpar play of the starting goaltenders for their respective teams, they had a surprising impact on fantasy hockey. Next episode of Surprising Players in Fantasy Hockey, I will be talking about Jaromir Jagr and Jussi Jokinen.